All right, I'm Chris Adina with the American Outdoor News Podcast. I'm here with Jeff from SCI, Safari Club International. Jeff, as always, it's great to see you.
Hey, good to see you also. Happy to be here at Pittsburgh Chapter's 50th fundraiser.
That's amazing. 50 years. And to walk through that room and see the amount of tables and settings set up looks to be probably their largest event ever.
Yes, I think they moved a couple times over the last few years because of space, and they may have to do it again. They're packing the house.
Yeah, they said they're looking at somewhere around 700 people this year.
That's tremendous.
It is, and for what they do and for what they've accomplished, now we're looking at Sunday hunting that just got pushed through in Pennsylvania, which is tremendous.
The leadership of this chapter was a big step along with the other Pennsylvania chapters to bringing it forward. And I mean, it brings such a huge advantage that the rest of the country has that Pennsylvania didn't for years to be able to hunt on Sunday.
Yeah, I remember way back when New York used to open up on a Monday, and there was no Sunday hunting. And I'm going back when I was a young guy.
Well, I mean, that's part of what it's all about, because the young guys and girls, with all the activities they have today with school and sports and stuff like that, when I grew up, right around here, we would drive to Potter County for opening day of deer season. And that would be going up Friday night, stay Saturday, Sunday, hunt Monday, and then come back home on Tuesday. Today, Saturdays are taken up with so much sports and activities. Yep. It's tough to justify a 2.5, 3 hour drive to the mountains for one day.
It really is.
Or half a day. Is.
Well, it really comes down to time and life management and the way we choose to live our life. They forced us to take days off to enjoy what we love to do. And even, getting our kids and youth into the outdoors became more difficult in that manner because, well, we'd have to take them out of school.
Yes. And Pennsylvania was traditionally Monday was a day off school when I grew up, and it still is in some school districts. But the advantage of having Sunday hunting makes it, I think, is a game changer.
Well, Safari Club International, it has that misconception that it's just about safaris, about Africa. It's not. Safari means journey, correct?
You're 100% right, Chris.
So the journey isn't going halfway around the world to, go and live our lifestyle and get out into the brush and, hunt. It's hunting deer. It's hunting elk. It's that we have safaris in North America, just like every other part of the world. What strides has Safari Club International made to pass on our traditions?
So our chapter network is our biggest strength. We're 170 plus chapters worldwide, and the impact that has on the local areas based on, every state's different, every country's different.
Sure.
There's different priorities and stuff like that. The impact that Safari Club chapters have, because 70% of the money they raise at our fundraisers, the local fundraisers, stays right there in the community for their priorities. Only 30% goes to national to fund hunting advocacy. So, I mean, it's really a huge deal. I know in Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh's chapter was their priority was to get Sunday hunting for the youth. That was one, and they worked very, very hard on it. Brian Patel, their chapter president, spent countless trips across the turnpike to Harrisburg to meet with legislators, and I that's important. That local, well, it's said too much, but that local grassroots is strong.
Well, the chapter system itself, I think, plays a very integral role in Safari Club International, where we're fighting on the local level, and our efforts are only enhanced by you on the national level.
Correct. And this is my backyard here. So I grew up here with the Pittsburgh chapter. Then we went to the East Ohio chapter and started that. And I'm still on the board of the East Ohio chapter, sitting as president of SCI.
So you grew up here in Pennsylvania.
Yes, hunting within a mile of here. I was hunting rabbits and pheasants with my dog as a teenager.
So you actually went through the struggles of, not being able to hunt on Sundays, trying to jockey around your work schedule, your school schedule, and whatnot. How has your journey started hunting rabbits and pheasants and deer? How has it come full circle?
So I guess you would. I was one of those dreamers. I'll use that word as a dreamer. That as I was growing up, I just loved being out in the wild. Right, that was my freedom, my time to be alone. To be honest with you, with my bird dog and enjoying it. Then eventually, I got to meet, to be honest, one person from the Pittsburgh chapter that introduced me to it, and then my dreams started to have a purpose. Right, I could see in my head. So then my next thing was to figure out how to make enough money to afford it, right? To work through it, which
just a small obstacle to overcome.
So the two things are what? Time and money that you need to have, right? And that's Sunday plays into that, Sunday hunting for kids, to get them interested in the sport in the sport of hunting. And then I was able to, over the years, my career got more successful, and I could spend more time traveling different places. And Safari Club's record book, the World Hunting Awards, is, I call it the roadway to success, the pathway to take me places that I never would have dreamt about, right? So it all ties together. You know, I think in my story ties with what I wish for every young man or young women to have the same opportunities. And that's why I do what I do for Safari Club.
Well, you know, it's funny because I kind of started the same way. I didn't start hunting until my, later teens. But as a kid, I lived 3 miles from Sagamore Hill. So we used to go and visit Sagamore Hill, and I'd see Teddy Roosevelt's lion rugs and different mounts all around. And I would be like, damn, that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
And sure enough, here I am.
Dreams do come true sometimes,
they
right?
Absolutely do.
And that's our wish, is to keep that hunting heritage alive.
How do we plant the seed in young people today? Not even necessarily young people today.
Well, part of what Pittsburgh chapter has done, they have formed a partnership with the Mariana Outdoorsman Association, which they strive to make opportunities available for kids, from fishing to outdoors to pheasant hunting, and you have to get them involved, right? They have to start somewhere, and I think it's a great program that they have. The more people you introduce to it, the better it's going to be. Now, Safari Club has started partnership with the Outdoors Tomorrow Foundation, which is currently in 2,000 schools. And it's our hope, and I believe we will accomplish it, to increase that to over 5,000 schools for the next couple of years, reaching 500,000 kids each year.
Well, OTF is a tremendous organization. I'm very familiar with them. I've worked with them, and watching them grow from where they started to where they are today is a tremendous accomplishment. They're providing an invaluable service to the youth of tomorrow.
And I think the best is yet to come. That's my fervent hope.
I agree. All right. Well, I appreciate you taking the time out of your the event to speak to us and speak to our audience. And I'll let you get back to what you're doing.
Thank you, Chris. I appreciate it.
All right.
We love our children. We protect them. We guide them. We prepare them for life in the world. With all that we do, from deep in our hearts, we cannot control all things. Life-threatening illnesses and disabilities affect far too many of our children each year. While we cannot change the circumstance, we can make dreams come true. Dreams to provide hope, to provide spiritual healing and strength, to provide moments of happiness and relief in the hardest of times. We can give a glimmer of light and hope in a time of darkness and despair. Join huntofalifetime.org to help make dreams come true, to provide hope for children with life-threatening illnesses and disabilities. Hunt of a Lifetime is a nonprofit organization fulfilling dreams for hunting and fishing trips to youth 21 and under with life-threatening illnesses and disabilities. Visit huntofalifetime.org to learn how you can make a difference.